All right, good morning, everybody. So I got a busy morning. Got to today's the first day of school for the kiddos, so we're getting them ready. But I really would quickly wanted to run you guys through Tesla. Obviously, been stuck in range. We are below cost basis. And typically, before any big dump, we can see and could potentially see a pop back up. One thing I just discussed in the Discord is that typically, if you are sitting at support, which we are, that you're going to go and find sellers first. So that could be retest up at cost basis of 258, or being that we are at the top of the box in a much lower area of consolidation, it could be that we just open up there and see an initial drop. But due to the fact that we are kind of opening up at support, my first instinct is going to be 248.21. And of course, we do have this channel here. I am giving it, obviously the respect it deserves. There is a cost basis here as well, and I think that's going to be the bounce. That's 246.17, but of course, watch for that 248 right there. So, excuse me, just still getting over my cough. So anyway, Tesla, obviously on the 4-hour, still looking relatively bearish, still in seller control. And then moving down to the hourly here this morning. So, and this is relatively fresh even for me. So as you can see right here, this is essentially where we wanted candles to open above, right? And we are not. As you can see, sellers are absolutely refusing to let that actually fly. And so we remain below that daily cost basis, 255, 258 mark. So I think it's really clear. In order to see any sort of recovery, you can look left, right? Look at these candles right here moving up. You see the consolidation right there. And that's what makes your Potter box right now. So essentially above 255.75, perfectly acceptable stop loss if you feel that there is a indication that Tesla may go up and test something a little bit higher. But otherwise, I would expect for a sharp move down and then potentially a bounce, maybe some sideways action. But I will try, make sure I'm on a little bit later. Just to recap a couple of other things. Obviously, we've been watching NEO. Guys, NEO refuses to eat at cost basis. This one is a rejection here at the bell. More than likely, again, you still have to abide by the levels below you. So watch 1450. That's likely going to drive you back down to this cost basis of 1375. Secondly, I wanted to cover plug. And plug, of course, that one hit hard, and that's okay because basically what happened, and we did get our punch back, we did go make a new high, but that new high sucked. And so we immediately dropped. We broke cost basis, which that was a solid stop loss for anybody attempting to get in. And then, of course, this morning we are below cost basis as well. So a lot of bearish signs here today. So watch for plug power. We are opening at support. So, of course, it is possible we see some retest. Typically, we want to be up and then move down. But sellers, of course, right now, as you can see, and I have this kind of changed. If you notice that as soon as you open up or push off of this right here as well, that's where you get continuation of the upside. And sellers seemingly want to keep you below that. So obviously, right here, this 234, 235 area. And this is also a small area of consolidation right here. And you guessed it, it has a 50% mark, and that's where you're sitting here this morning. So don't expect anything to be just extremely clear right off the bat. I would, obviously watch for maybe a little bit. If you don't catch it down, obviously don't trade with fear. If you see something worth taking, where you see plug short, obviously plug can go down to 11.13, and I even have a price target of 10.85, which is a cost basis underneath us. These are all perfectly acceptable targets if you decide to take them. Remember, next week's 2 weeks out. You're always going to get a little bit of better variation, or not variation, but less fluctuations in price, and you're going to be less affected by theta. But of course, if we do end up making a leg down and recovering any floor that we've lost, that is typically a bullish sign. So anyway, I will be with you guys later on in the day. Of course, we'll see. I'm sure someone's going to look at that. This is a Key and Pill skit, just in case. Very funny. Watch it. I just realized that might look a little suspect up there at the top right hand corner of my screen. So even as I explain it, doesn't seem to feel better. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful morning. I will be with you guys as soon as possible. Of course, you know, I want to catch Tesla. If it moves down, this is an investment I've been holding. But other than that, I will talk to you guys soon.